Look.
Subscribe.
Comment. Listen.
Welcome to the algorithm, everyone.
Are you gonna say, and it's Taylor?
Oh, Taylor. Sorry. Yeah, I know my name.
Welcome, everyone, to Look Listen with Geese Guyera and Taylor. It's episode 106. Horizons 58. Guys, let's get this out of the way right off the bat so nobody's concerned. Geese Peep looking absolutely miserable. So don't be concerned. No need to write in. We all know she's not having a great day. But it's fine because Taylor's got recording apples. So he's going to be so excited it's going to make up for poor Geese's misery.
It's natural endorphins to balance out your misery, Geese.
Guys, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to perk up for the fans.
No, Oh, sorry. I had my response pre in my head. Good, Geese.
Yeah, look at her. She's taking a sip of some drink. And according to What's New with Geese, it's time for Geese to talk about what's been geesing. I think she got a haircut. Even though, Taylor, did we already discuss Geese getting a haircut or no?
I don't remember giving my blessing, but good for you.
We talked about, Michael and I, that we were supposed to be haircut twins, but I had to reschedule my haircut.
Oh, I thought you were just going to wait for him to get another haircut.
Yeah, it's normally what we do. Guys, apologies if she's already discussed getting a haircut. So if this is the first time, congratulations, you're welcome. If it's the second time, I'm sure it'll be even better than the first time. Geese, take it away, please. Geese speak.
What's been geesing with Geese?
I got a haircut, but I realized that I didn't need it at all because the last time I got my haircut, I scheduled it with a receptionist who was supposed to calculate in 3 months that I would have an appointment, but she instead did 8 weeks. So I really didn't need it, but it doesn't hurt.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to do the math. 8 weeks is 2 months. And it was supposed to be 3 months?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God, guys.
That is rough. I had no idea you were having such a bad day, Geese.
Yeah, that's why I'm sad.
That's why she's sad.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Oh, let me guess. Did the Edmonton Oilers losing just sink in?
Actually, that's funny because I've been watching the Olympics. I've been thinking about how that was all I was doing. That was all my hopes and dreams were the Oilers. But then I thought about, wow, I really got over that fast.
Yeah. Everybody gets over a lot of things fast these days, it seems like. Just, there's always a new thing to look forward to. Who are you most excited about in Olympics these days, Geese? The hockey teams?
Not in this Olympics, but...
Oh, it's the summertime, guys.
Yeah, no time for ice hockey.
I've been, I love gymnastics, excited to see the finals. I love beach volleyball. I had a really good time watching women's team archery finals.
Ooh.
Mexico with the bronze, which was exciting.
How is that different than one-on-one?
I'm sorry, when you say one-on-one, do you think the archers are shooting at each other? Or
No, but that's a fantastic idea.
Just archery battle.
They could have laser tag with bows.
Guys, listen, everybody on the internet is going wild over the shooting Olympics because they all have Cybertron eyeglasses and crazy eye covers and laser guns and poo-poo, and everybody's like,
That's so sick.
So the archers are covered in full body pillowcases and pillows so they don't die in the archery battle.
It's 3 people on a team. And they rotate the shooting, and whoever has the highest score for that set wins. And I think it's best out of 3 sets.
Just imagine how more exhilarating it would be if they were doing combat rolls and then arching each other. How would you archering?
Yeah, shooting your own arrows.
I don't think you're allowed to say shooting.
Yeah,
attacking each other.
Yeah, attack with my arrow. I'll use a +5 buff.
Bow.
Yeah, archery.
Famous +5 buff.
All right, that sounds so sick, Geese. I'm happy you're getting some solace in watching some Olympics. Geese Peep, would you like to speak more on what you've done this week, or are you ready for watching, playing, eating of the week?
I don't remember what I did.
Very sick, everybody. Now time for watching, playing, eating of the week. Guys, unlike maybe a few weeks that I have gone through, this has been quite the week for movies. Twisters, Artie Fine was right. Twisters is great. What a good movie. It's fun. Gotta watch it in IMAX, a big old screen, so you get all scared of the tornadoes. Fun, laughs, adventure, so well made, way better than the trailers. Everybody, go watch Twisters.
Did it kind of do the thing that Top Gun Maverick did, where it felt like they captured the vibe of the original time period very well?
Great question, Taylor. No. Well, it's Oklahoma, so yes. Nothing ever changes in Oklahoma.
Except
But
Flaming Lips.
The Flaming Lips are from Oklahoma?
Yeah, that's where I went to see that New Year's concert.
I had no idea.
Oklahoma City.
The band is literally from there, is what you're saying.
To my knowledge.
And
They have a New Year's concert every year there. Or they used to.
We'll never know.
I don't know.
We'll
if
never
they
know.
do now.
No way to find
Yeah.
out.
Who's to say?
Who's this? Now, unfortunately, I'm not 100% able to answer your question, only because I never finished Twister. So anything that happens post the breakfast scene in Twister 1, I don't know what happened. I saw most of Twisters. I did have to go to the bathroom when girl and other guy were in truck at one point, and they couldn't accomplish what they were trying to do. But I tried to run back real quick.
I didn't think you were going to say in truck. I thought you were going to say I had to go to the bathroom when girl and other guy were in trouble. And I got real nervous and I had to just not pee my little pants.
No, they were fine. They were fine. I'm sure. Because when I came back, they were fine. Okay. Also watched Deadpool and Wolverine. I know a lot of people really, really like to rag on Deadpool and I guess even just the culture surrounding that character. If I'm correct, and please correct me if I am wrong, I believe that Deadpool, upon its inception, upon its creation, people are like, oh, wow, what an interesting idea. Yeah. And then just random meme internet message board culture kind of ruined that character for a lot of people. The other Deadpool movies have been fine to me. This movie is very, very good. Rob Delaney, girls. What a human being.
He's in it?
Of course, he's in all the Deadpools. He's one of the main characters of Deadpool.
Sick. I couldn't remember who died in Task Force X or whatever it was called.
Spoilers.
In Deadpool 2.
Your boy Rob Delaney, oh God, I don't want to spoil it, but they've never treated a human being better than Rob Delaney. Clearly, everybody knows how funny he is, so they just want to put respect on the man's name.
Oh, he deserves it.
He, in this movie, oh God, you're going to love Rob Delaney.
He also seems just like a great guy.
Yeah, he is a great guy.
Yeah, great human being. Yeah. 2024.
Yeah. This is a great movie to watch if you have deep knowledge of all the Marvel movies, including the ones back when Fox made all the X-Men movies and whatnot. So it is an R-rated movie. I was not happy at all. I know some people don't care about this, but it bothers me a lot. And I'm not afraid to say it, I guess.
Whoa, wow. So brave.
This family with 5 and 6-year-old children in this bloody, gory, swear-filled, inappropriate scenes movie. It upsets me. There shouldn't be a 5-year-old in the movie. I don't think that should be allowed.
Come on. Guys.
Please don't do that. It makes me very uncomfortable when I hear just a baby little kid's voice talking behind me. They don't need to be seeing that stuff. They really, really don't. I mean, I remember being a little kid. I wanted to play Conker's Bad Fur Day, but no, you don't need to be that little watching that movie. No, I'm not a fan of that. So, as I'm sure all of you are aware, I'm pretty sure this is the first Deadpool movie post Fox being completely owned by, basically Disney owns everything now. So you can just put your imagination to work in terms of what that means for fourth wall breaking and all the characters they have rights to and access to.
I thought Deadpool 2, that was made already when that deal was through.
Well, maybe the script was written beforehand, because I'm just thinking back to everybody that shows up in Deadpool 2, and there was nothing super crazy. Like, Cable's there, but he's X-Men, so that would be Fox. I don't remember just a wild, wild cast. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but suffice to say, You're going to get a lot out of this movie if you're familiar with every Marvel movie ever made. So please enjoy. It's sort of like a cheat code to entertainment, what Deadpool is able to do. I don't want to spoil the movie, but just let's put it this way. It can pander to an audience so well, but everybody in the audience with me loved it because it's every single thing audiences think about Marvel right now, and they just come out and say it. So it's very interesting.
Sick.
Also, in video games this week, I played a lot of Scarlet and Violet, and I caught my 7-star Dodonzo, and I caught all the shiny Tatsugiris, and they're so adorable and wonderful. Shouts out James Turner.
Those are very good designs.
Also, in eating, Geese Peep, I have the Taco Bell Nacho Fries Pass, and that means I have to eat Taco Bell every single day of my life, and it's wonderful.
What a cross to bear.
So much Chipotle sauce, so many cheesy beans and rices. Oh my god.
How long's it pass?
Gallons of Diablo sauce. It is 30-day pass, and I'm just munching on all these delicious burritos.
What do you think the line of diminishing returns is going to be for
Never.
you?
No.
You're never going to get tired of it?
Never.
You're going to get tired of it.
I love every
You're
day.
going to get a gallbladder stone.
First of all, my gallbladder's doing fine.
Yeah.
Also had those pursed lips. Geese is doing her eyebrows are going to. Also had Boss Coffee Caffeine Pro. Geese Peep, do you have anything more to add to watching, play, and eating? Or because you just read Olympics.
Look, guys, I love the Olympics. I watch 6 sports at the same time. I don't want to miss anything.
Do you have like like one of those day trading network monitor things?
Basically.
That's so sick.
My parents have YouTube TV, and in YouTube TV you can have multi-view, so you can have 4 sports, up to 4 sports up. Plus, I have my laptop, and I have multi-view on my laptop sometimes too. So I'm watching like 6 to 8 sports at the same time, and I'm just consuming it all.
She's
That's
gaming.
So sick.
ADHD peeps over here, my word. Can't let a microsecond of thought go through your head.
No.
That's so sick.
I'm watching the Olympics right now.
Geese Peep!
Geese, you are not.
Yeah, the U.S. women's, one of the U.S. women's pairs is playing Australia in beach volleyball right now.
I pictured a pear like the fruit.
And I was about to hold up my recording apples.
Yep. Geese Peep, that's so sick. Do you have more to add, or is it time for Taylor to talk?
Have you eaten anything, Geese? How's your gallbladder doing?
That's so funny. I haven't really eaten anything. Well, yes, no. Saturday, all I did was Olympics, and all I ate was cookies. And today, all I've eaten is also cookies. There's no food here.
You say you have gallstones. That's crazy.
Well, she normally eats a bag of wet turkey and an alcohol.
Oh, nice wet turkey.
It
does get pretty sweaty.
No, don't eat wet turkey. That sounds so gross.
She carries it around in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Smuggling in wet turkey.
She calls it girl dinner, girl.
That's so gross. You don't really do that, do you?
Yes.
I'm going to send you a picture of what I had for dinner.
No. If it's a Ziploc bag of wet turkey in your cargo shorts, I don't want to see it.
No, it's in my backpack.
She keeps her
It's
fork
in your backpack.
She keeps her fork in her cargo shorts though.
Oh, no.
I have utensils. Of course I do. Hold on, let me get the wet turkey picture.
Oh, God.
While she's getting the wet turkey picture, Taylor, will you like to please tell us all about berry and banana bread this week, please?
I have been eating a ton. Oh, wait, hang on. Geese just sent me the
hang on,
image.
everybody. Hold your horses.
Hold the presses. Stop the presses.
Take a press.
Oh, you can see the moisture pooling on the inside of the Ziploc.
I wasn't lying.
And it's an Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah.
No.
So none of that was jokes. That was all very serious.
Yes.
That's That's not how I saw this exchange panning out. Okay.
Taylor, take it away. Barry.
Yeah. So Barry is a terrific show. It's just so good.
This is an HBO or parentheses Max, the one I watched for Barry program.
Exactly.
And it's been airing for years.
Yeah. So the only reason that I was watching it is because I could only sign in on the TV with HBO for some reason. There was something going on with LG and apps for like a day. And I said, that's fine. I'll go start Barry. So I started where I left off, which is started season 3. And then I realized I just needed to watch the whole thing again. So I started episode 1, go all the way through in like 4 days. It is such a good show because actions have consequences. And yes, it's very silly. And you can tell that the last season was really derailed several times as far as like the story and where they were going with it. But the idea that these actions have consequences that last longer than they would in any other show. Normally, something happens to someone and you're like, okay, well, that's contained within that season. So now on to the next problem. This one, it just realistically follows them.
Interesting you say that. Do you remember, because I always found this a little bit odd. Do you remember that in a late season Sopranos episode, Carmela referenced something she said in the very first episode of the series?
What was it?
Not really appropriate for the podcast, I think. But
gabagool.
But it was interesting to me because it's just like it's like what you are saying, where actions have consequences. But I found that so interesting because it almost seemed like they were trying to retcon to me. Because on the first episode of a series, you don't know where that's going to lead or what these characters are eventually going to turn into. And I think somebody just said, Carmela, the character we know as Carmela, would not have said that. So they actually addressed it. And Carmela said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I shouldn't have said that in the very first episode. And I thought, wow, that's so interesting. Anyway, go ahead. Just maybe.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend it to anybody. The writing is incredibly interesting the entire way through. A lot of it is super silly, and it's a little too silly to be realistic, but the premise is so interesting, and the execution is so interesting. And I was, after I finished the last episode, I was just like, oh, wow, which I think is the name of the last episode. But it's very, very worth your time.
Very sick. And what about this banana bread you've eaten this week? Moving on to Taylor's Eaten of the Week.
I had healthy banana bread yesterday, made with like protein pancake mix and egg whites and all the nonsense.
Now, hang on. Geese is doing a grimaced face.
Yeah.
Puckered lip, disgusted eyebrows.
Okay, so somebody eats something healthy and all of a sudden it's bad because you want us to all have gallbladder issues? I ate an entire loaf. The whole thing. All at once. 8 servings. I
love banana bread. I could eat a whole loaf. However, the last time I had banana bread, I had awful tumbo. I almost yarfed.
So let me, first of all, this was mostly uncooked because anytime I make a baked good, I enjoy it to be very undercooked in the middle.
Me too.
Especially brownies. Oh my God, come on. Get over yourself.
Oh my God, I saw a thing where you get nothing but corner pieces for brownies and I about lost my mind. It's a pan where it makes sure it twists around, the metal does, so every piece is a corner piece.
Nah, that's not for me.
Well, you're all wrong, so I'm sorry.
Well, no, I mean, that's good. Like, you need people in your life that will like the other part of that.
The corner's the best piece.
Yeah, Guncan loves corner pieces, which is fantastic for me, because I just go straight for the middle. I'll send you the recipe, Geese, because it is lovely.
How many sticks of butter?
You have the option of putting some butter on the top when it's done cooking, so it retains moisture, but there's no other butter. There's oil in it. But, I mean, coconut oil is fine. It's like 1/3 of a cup, so it's not that bad.
Taylor, are you done with banana bread? Is it time for Poke?
Unfortunately, I am done with the banana bread, and it is time for Poke News.
Our first piece of news this week, Taylor will love. From SarahB.net, we have a SarahB update. The Pokemon Go Mega Rayquaza Special Raid. Our event will be running on August 3rd at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m. local time. Catch your Mega Rayquazas. Hope you get a shiny. Also, from SarahB, the Pokemon Center in Nagoya. Geese Peep and I have been to Nagoya. She put up the little victory peace sign that you do when you take a picture in Nagoya. I had ebi kare, and she had the house specialty of pork something. They had good sauce, though.
That's cool.
Katsu?
Katsu? Tonkatsu? It probably was tonkatsu.
It was.
Yeah, and we stood in line, and that was before I knew the correct words for hitotsu, futotsu, so I just kept saying ich, ni, and Geese was making fun of me and my itchy knees, and I was like, and I was like, night, ni.
Anytime
ni tonkatsu, when I should have said tonkatsu. Futotsu.
Anytime I hear ich like that, I just think of that dumb Wii Fit person yelling, ich.
It wasn't Wii, it's a Ring Fit Adventure.
Yeah, same genre.
Oh, I was making a fool of myself yelling ich and ni instead of hitotsu and futotsu.
Who could know? Who could know that?
Anyway, that Pokemon Center. Who's to say? Anyway, that Pokemon Center is going to be temporarily closed on September 8th ahead of a reopening later in autumn 2024. Details.
Ooh. Okay, so they've got like a month to reopen.
They're redoing a lot of the Pokemon Centers. I'm excited to see them the next time I go to Japan. Guys, it is time for an episode of Pokemon. So Taylor's doing everything this week? He's doing Last Time on Pokes and Geese Peep's one-sentence synopsis?
No, I'm going to say it.
Okay.
It's not the first time I have written it and she has said it.
Geese Peep, please tell us what happened last time on Pokes. Wait.
It's me.
I'm so confused.
Actually, Geese, do you want to do both of them? That might be fun.
Somebody tell me what happened last time on Pokes.
Oh, Taylor. Don't you worry. Previously on Pokemon, before the kids run off to take their exams, Roy, our boy, has to help Gimmighoul. And they also learn a little bit about Terrapagos.
Yeah, the history of Paldea is a very good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Geese Peep, before we talk about this episode, please tell us how you felt about last week's episode, which I felt like you would have loved. It was
100%.
History.
I really liked it.
Oh, thank God.
Liked Archaeology Lady. She was great.
Isn't she sick?
Yeah, she's pretty sick. There was a lot of cute moments. It reminded me of Breath of the Wild with like the landscape and the tower. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I overall thought it was really enjoyable.
Out of 10, what is your score?
Like 8.5.
Okay.
All right, solid. I don't remember what I gave it, but that sounds about right.
I think we were both in the 9s. Thank you very much, Geese Peep. This week's episode of Pokemon in English, Geese, is called...
The signature Pokemon is Kingambit?
Or in Japanese, 看板ポケモンはドドゲザン? Dodogezan. And what is Geese Peep's one-sentence synopsis this week for this week's episode? 看板ポケモンはドドゲザン.
Is having it all really the best? Or it's Pokemon times Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares?
It's cross.
Times.
It's cross.
Times. Hunter. And the sequel, Hunter divided by Hunter. Hunter to the power of Hunter.
Pokemon cross Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares.
Nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was good. Pokemon times. She didn't even...
I'm glad you didn't even... Your trust in me is terrific, Geese, because you read that and you said it and you were like, yep. I trust Taylor to make that sense.
Guys, the episode begins. All the kids are in Medali. Oh, I love Medali. I'm always getting my Pokemon's Terra type changed over a Medali.
Ooh.
Oh, my dolly. Oh, my dolly.
Oh, my darling Clementine. We're here for Dot's super battle against Larry, everybody's favorite guy. There's a big old Slowpoke here. Huge Slowpoke, honestly. This is like an XXL Slowpoke. Then there's a Psyduck and a Wynot. And honestly, guys, this is a town that loves their food. It's a culinary town, some may say. And thank goodness, Taylor, because Fuecoco is hungies. The boy wants to eat, but Dot just wants to get her battle over with. And for some reason, Tinkatink is a little bit nervous. Geese Peep.
Just like me.
Yeah. Geese Peep, Tinkatink overhears some arguing. Who is it?
It's this couple arguing over the cleanliness of a iron grill top.
Yeah, a little, what do you call them? The little...
griddle.
Griddle. There we go.
Yeah.
And Tinkatink runs over to start hitting the pan, but oh my god, it's a Kingambit. He spookily flies over and screams. That's right, the Paldean evolution of Bisharp. He's so sick and so scary. Oh my god.
I can't express how much this made me laugh. This episode is the funniest one I've seen by a pretty large margin.
Guys, the laughs are constant. Okay, spoilers for review of the week, or score of the week. The team they got on this, they must be from Osaka, the city of laughs, because, and not even just the laughs, the timing on everything is wonderful. Spoilers, do you guys remember deep into the episode when Kingambit opens the door really hard and a man standing outside just goes, ah!
It's so funny. It's so funny. I was so confused because this is clearly a B-plot episode.
Oh.
Like, this is clearly filler.
The most filler you've ever seen, also one of the best. Not only do you have laughs, the laughs per minute are off the charts, but whoever is in charge of peppering scenes with Pokemon, they're off their rocker insane good at their job. Just every little background scene, you get baby Pokemon, so cute, such a wide array of Pokemon. And it's
not even just funny by like little punchy scenes. It's funny when the audience is getting like hypnotized by the salt and getting very like Pied Pipered into the restaurant.
All right, we're really spoiling, so let's go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's just such a good episode. It's so weird to have the A-team on a B-plot episode.
Yeah, so we've spoiled the entire episode, but let's continue.
And what are everyone's reviews?
Tink-a-tink. Yes, Tink-a-tink. So everybody screams because of how horrifying Kingambit is. So, of course, the reasonable thing to happen next is the proprietor of this restaurant, I believe it's called Anything Goes Eatery or Everything Eatery. He says, oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. Kingambit scared you. How about I offer you kids a free meal?
So much food. Unfortunately, they're gonna, after you see their meal, they're not gonna make it as a restaurant.
Well, we'll see about that. Geese people.
Spoilers.
I wonder what Kingambit is gonna sound like in English.
Kingambit. We're going into the Anything Eatery. Kingambit slams the door open. God, it's so funny this episode. Kids, don't worry. Kingambit may appear terrifying, but he wouldn't even hurt a Joltik. Theme song! We come back from the theme song. We cut to sitting in the restaurant, and Roy is looking up Kingambit in his Pokedex. Golly, this brute force Pokemon just... Guys, he's screaming while bringing over a tiny salad.
And he's trying so hard to be gentle, and he just can't.
He just destroys the plate when he sets it down.
He's trying to do it so gently.
Bows an apology.
He's a big old strong himbo.
It's just so funny.
Kingambit, just stop with the salad. Kingambit, why don't you go outside and just try to get us some customers, huh? So Kingambit opens the door to the street. Immediately a man goes, ah! It's never not funny. So then the kids are served the everything meal. Oh my god, it's Geese. It's looking a little gross with the mushroom, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it looks like a lot, and it looks like it would lead to a lot of food waste, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, if we're being honest, I don't think everybody's going to eat all this stuff.
And it unfortunately also looks like there's a bunch of conflict within the dish. So it's like you're having a dessert or something sweet and something savory, not in a complimentary way.
In a little bit, I'll go into what I think all is in the dish. But the staff is fighting. They fight throughout this whole episode. And it's another one of these situations where it's too real. In English, there is no way they're going to have this domestic abuse back and forth. It's just,
it's going to be very silly.
Yeah, it's just going to be silly. But these guys fight like they're fighting with their actual fan. It's something else.
Yeah.
It's something else. Oh,
18?
What? 18? Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God. Finally, Dot finds some delicious udon noodles at the bottom, made by Kingambit. Oh, God, something good about this wild dish.
They're so chewy because he's so strong and he can really beat the dough.
Oh my God. Geese, all the Pokemon, they get little bowls of everything too. Isn't that great?
It is great.
Yeah. So if I'm staring at this dish, it looks like I see some peas, cabbage, snow peas, pineapples maybe, daikon, fish cakes, corn, curry.
Something for everybody.
The stuff that the name's escaping me, but that stuff they have in all the kombini during the wintertime, it's that soup full of stuff. You know, you ladle it out. The hot
pineapple, Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Maybe some Inari Zushi in there. Good one, Taylor. Some Age, something or other. Well, guys, the Anything Eatery is trying to compete with the Treasure Eatery, and I gotta say, good luck to them, because the Treasure Eatery is world-renowned. Like I said, I fly there every week to get my Pokemon Terra type changed with my Belly Bolt when I went to fight the 7-star Dodonzo just the other day.
How's their service?
He's real nice. I like that guy. And the old Treasure Eater. Oh my God, Geese. We're in the kitchen. You're never going to believe it.
What?
The griddle is missing.
I forgot about this scene.
My first thought, Geese, and maybe I'm just a genius, I don't know. I'm thinking, this must be Tinkatink.
I'm also thinking that.
We then cut to a scene where Dot notices somebody's missing. Geese, who's not sitting at the table that should be sitting at the table?
Tinkatink.
Oh my God! Geese, she stole the griddle and ruined it and turned it into a hammer.
She looks so proud, though, when Dot catches her. She turns around and shows her the hammer, and she looks so proud.
Just think of the amount of time to warp steel into that shape.
She is adorable. She is very proud of her hammer. I wish she would understand that that's not what she should be doing. Actually, in addition to the laughs, in addition to the great Pokemon selection choices, this episode's great for Geese because it's also nonstop cutie pies. We get this scene into immediate, and I know Geese loves this scene, snoozing baby Terrapagos.
Very cute.
Outside his bag.
Snoogling up by the bag.
Snoogling.
Snoogling. And then we get immediately into the kids being adorable, because now that Tinkatink has ruined the pan, they got to pay for it. And how are they going to pay for it, guys? Just like everybody's favorite 90s sitcom. We're going to dress up in the uniform of the restaurant, and we're going to help out at the restaurant. Get a part-time job.
Have either of you ever heard of that actually happening?
I don't think that's ever happened.
Okay. All right.
Maybe in the 50s once. I could see in the 50s, you're a little vagabond, and you jump on a little pickup truck, and you're dropped off at the old truck stop, and you say, "Excuse me, sir, I've no money on me. Might I help out in the back to earn a nickel for a cup of coffee?" And he says, "Yes, of course, sir." Right.
Yeah, like what happened in Mad Men.
Yeah, exactly like what happened in Mad Men. God, every time somebody says Mad Men, I just want that one cheesecake from that one scene that I watched in the middle of the night, got up, and walked to eat a cheesecake at like 5 a.m. Every time.
Honestly, this episode made me want to get udon so bad.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Guys, everybody listening, go and get some udon because you're going to need it. All right, kids, go ahead and spread the word of the Everything Eatery. Kingambit, you look a little sad. I'm gonna be honest. You know you're a little hard to read, but you don't look too ganky right now. You go ahead and go with them. Tinkatink, look, you're good at finding good griddles. We know that about you. So you're coming with us. You're gonna find a replacement. But Geese, honestly, sounds a little dangerous to me.
Because Roy says, like, yeah, isn't that like kind of dangerous? Won't she try to make it into hammer? But Dot's like, yeah, but I'll stop her and she'll know which one's the best. And Dot has an internal monologue. It's like, wow, she's really...
Don't eat. You have no reason to put your hand in front of your face. Do you know how many episodes I've edited where I've said Dot instead of Liko? Nobody catches it, and I have to look around for another audio clip of me saying Liko to cut it and splice it in so it makes sense. It's terrible.
Then, all of a sudden, Dot is so sad, and you'd have to switch it, and it's like, all of a sudden, Liko is so sad.
That is what it sounds like, yes.
Liko has an internal dialogue and is like...
Monologue, Geese. Third time's the try. Liko has an internal monologue. Take it away.
Monologue. You got this.
Liko has an internal monologue and is like, wow, Dot is so in tune with her Pokemon.
And then we get our favorite part of every episode, a little PowerPoint presentation of the kids cleaning up the restaurant. Oh, look, Dot finds a replacement griddle. Tink, no! Thank goodness for Quaxley. Quaxley, he's really the dark horse hero of this episode, if we're going to be honest, because he immediately jumps in to stop Tink from destroying more property.
Oh, I wouldn't even say dark horse. I'd say he carried this episode.
Yeah, Quaxley did a great job. Then we see Roy and Fuecoco so good at their job of yelling at people to come into a restaurant, just saying to everybody, have you ever been to Italy? Well, you're about to. God, they're so good.
I can't imagine anybody who would convince me to go into a restaurant more than Roy and Fuecoco together.
What a team. We see a Herdier and a Charmander walking by with some trainers, a Furret, another Psyduck. There's like 45 Psyducks in this episode. And Geese. I already sent you to Geese because it's a half a frame. You see the cutest baby Igglybuff just being cradled by a child. This is what I'm talking about, guys. The attention to detail in this episode by these animators, somebody had to make the conscious decision of, hey, we have maybe half a second transition here. I need a baby sleeping Igglybuff in a child's arms to walk by. A genius. An absolute brain genius working on this episode. Are you kidding me? It's adorable. I almost missed it. I rewound because I knew there was a Pokemon I missed, so I rewound and then found the baby Igglybuff. Unfortunately, guys, Kingambit is still scaring everyone and making children cry. Okay, Geese, the kid's bawling. Luckily, Quaxley, for the second time this episode, is going to save the day. What does he do?
Dumb dancing.
He loves to dance.
He dances.
Quaxley does some jumps and some twirls, and the kid's laughing and saying, "Emoshidoi." And now an audience is beginning to form. Oh, my God.
I like how the kid was next to this gigantic, frightening, loud, bellowing Pokemon. So scared of that Pokemon. Quaxley steps 4 inches away from this terror factory, and the kid's just like, yeah, great, dancing. I'm happy now.
Yeah, that's what children are like. Guys, we got such an audience because of Quaxley's dancing. Now's our chance. Roy, tell them about the everything special. Tell them to come in and eat. And now everybody's interested. Maybe the Munchlax and the Sneasel aren't interested, but all the humans are. Everybody, follow Quaxley. Ooh, look, a female Meowstic. Geese, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Oh, no, guys. Kingambit is getting even more sad, and honestly, I can't blame the boy because everything he does just turns to you-know-what. Everything these children do just works out just great. So
it's the close-ups on his face are so funny. Just sulking behind doorways.
So then we get quite a crowd at the restaurant. Tons of people. We see a Slackoth, a Jigglypuff, a Meryl, another Psyduck, a Goomy, a Greedent, a Fido, Geese, Puppy Mochi, a Grookey. So much business. Oh my God, poor Kingambit. He's crying. Dot is worked to the bone. She's exhausted, Geese, so it's time for a little break time. And then the main dude, guys, maybe you two can tell me because I don't remember them ever giving names for the restaurant proprietors. But in this scene, they act like we already know that there's a woman named Miss Nandy. I don't remember hearing that.
That came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I never learned the main dude's name. Dot.
That's fine.
This is the main proprietor speaking to Dot. He says, Dot, he says to her, Dot, Kingambit is sad. Commercial break. Back from commercial break. We get a real quick lore of Old Man meeting Miss Nandy, some lore about meeting Kingambit for this first time, how he used to scream all the time. Oh, it was great. So much lore.
We learn that he started the store with Kingambit, not his wife.
Right.
And that he later met his now wife.
Yeah,
because she was scared by Kingambit.
Correct. Yeah, she came later. We get a lot of backstory. Do we necessarily need? I don't know. Am I taking off a point for this? Who's to say? We then get an explanation from Dot about what an audience would have already figured out, but maybe because it's a show for children, we're going to tell everybody that maybe Kingambit's a little sad because this whole things are going to change around here business. Oh, no. Geese. We had a lot of business in the restaurant, but now that everybody's leaving and talking about the food.
I don't think they're coming back.
Yeah, it's not that good. They're trying to be polite because they're Japanese, but...
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Then we get a ludicrous cut to just a JPEG of a Jigglypuff T-posing. Made me laugh. Then we cut to Dot going around. She's just saying, guys, look, it's me, Dot, and I'm going to come up with the next plan of attack for this restaurant. Just, and this is me talking. Mm-hmm. Again, you could say it's genius level intuition. I don't know. I'm not saying. You could say that, but I say to myself before Dot even opens her mouth, I think, wait, the udon's so good, why don't you guys just become an udon restaurant? That's just my idea, Geese. I don't know.
I had that idea as soon as Dot said that she liked the noodles.
No one could be that smart to think that the only good thing at the restaurant is what they should sell.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's a crazy idea. It's like a butter and salt donut shop. Okay, so Dot says, look, I'm a live stream specialist and I got live stream skills. And for that reason, I'm going to, like Taylor said, Gordon Ramsay times Pokemon this restaurant.
My favorite thing is that I thought Dot was going totally undercover. And then she's like, oh, I'm a live stream. I have live stream experience. And nobody said, could you promote us?
To be fair, Taylor, she's vague about it. She's a regular you on Last Time on Poke. She's not like, I'm world-renowned Nido-Thing streamer. She just says, I do some live streaming. So she's, she's keeping it close to the back. It could be a small stream.
I have a question.
Geese has a question.
This scene, like the following scenes, is this like a Phoenix Wright reference?
No, they wouldn't do a Phoenix Wright reference. But the next scene, I am very confused. Let you know ahead of time, I'm the wrong person to ask questions for this next scene because I've never been more confused in my life, Geese.
Sick.
Kingambit's a little nervous, and then our boy Onigiri comes in. Not Sandoichi, who we've seen Sandoichi a lot more. She's normally the star of these little cameos, but no. It's the man with the garganical, Sandoichi.
Scene, okay, so this next scene would have, in another episode, in normal filler, it would have made me furious. I would have said, what are you doing? Did you have to hit a battle quota? In this episode, 100% the funniest fight I've ever seen. Just opens the door. Oh, it's a fight you won, is it? Oh, God, so funny.
I don't understand how it happens, but yes, the explorer Onigiri walks in. There is an exchange of dialogue. Don't ask me what the dialogue is or what it means. Just know there seems to be a misunderstanding because Onigiri says, it's battle time. Kingambit, get the noodles ready for when we open again. Before the battle starts, we see an oddish Oshawott Growlithe Furret, and now time for Dot versus Onigiri. Okay.
Yeah.
You may, guys, Garganical, Salt Cure, Dodge it, Quaxley, Liquidation, Iron Defense, Whooper, stand back, says Quaxley. In a moment I loved. Oh my gosh, sick. Once again, for the fourth to 15th time, Quaxley saving the day, because now a brand new crowd starts to form. Look at all these people and these Pokemon. There's a Slowpoke, a Fungus, a Swablu, an Apom, a Rowlet, a Ralts, Salt Cure, Low Kick. Oh my God, it creates such a salt storm. There's all this salt in the air. Oh my God. They reversed the animation on all those same people. Salt Cure, Low Kick.
The only confusion I had with this is at what point it transformed from a battle to an advertisement. Like, when did it take that promotional material shift?
At the very, by the second Low Kick, Dot realizes she can use this salt in the air, and they can open the doors for the udon smell to come out and get people wanting some salty udon. there's a bunch of salt in the air, and Pachirisu, Azumarill, Dedenne, and Pidgey are loving it. Geese, did you see Dedenne munching on the salt?
So cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
Kingambit, it's time for udon. Liko, open up the restaurant. Oh, delicious. Roy, please introduce our new specialty. I call it the Kowtow Cleave Udon. Onigiri, very confused because he thought he was in the middle of battle. But no, like Taylor said, he's been in the middle of an advertisement. But he's also very hungry, which is very convenient. I would say very.
Hungies. I mean, that is probably why he came into the restaurant.
Yeah, he's starving. Guys, Kingambit is so good at making this udon with his big, giant metal blade head. Murkrow, loving the udon. And as does everyone else. Geese, it looks yum, yum, yum.
It does look yummy yum. I have a question.
Yes, Geese.
Yes, Geese.
Do you think that's a fish cake that's on top of it?
There is a fish cake in there, yeah. Onigiri, a big fan of the udon. That's great. Salarymen walking out saying, "Go Sosama." Very nice. What a great day at the restaurant, if we're being honest. What an absolute... Where did these kids turn around this restaurant like nobody's business? Everybody's having a great time. My MVP working on this episode decides, guys, we need a quick cutaway outside. What Pokemon do we want outside? Give me the absolute babies. Give me a Poplio, a Pichu, a Glaceon. Give me a Bonsly, a Turtwig, and a Bunnelby. My God, what an episode. It's whatever points it lost for the unnecessary backstory, it's getting it back with these Pokemon. And finally, after all this hard work, guys, the kids get to sit down with their own bowl of Kowtow Cleave Udon. Dot, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything. And then the restaurant proprietors immediately get back to fighting with each other. Taylor, I'm so happy for Fuecoco. I said, Taylor, I am so happy for Fuecoco.
Because he gets to eat?
My boy. Hungies every day. And he's got bowl after bowl of delicious udon. Also, Geese, Larry is here. That's right, the man that Dot needs to battle. And he loves the udon. And then he walks out and he gives a full Gochiso Sama Deshita. And amusingly, oddly, they start to play the mystery music as Dot sees him walk out.
Very silly.
It doesn't fit at all because they're playing music that would be appropriate as if Lucius the Ancient Adventurer was eating the udon out of the past. But of course Larry would try a bowl. He lives in the city. He runs the eatery. He's the gym leader. This all makes sense. It's not a mystery. Who said play the mystery song? And Dot's acting like, what is this mysticism? No, it's just the man you're going to battle. Yeah, it's, I guess, a little bit of a coincidence he's here, but it's normal.
And I thought it was kind of out of place because it sort of undermines his character. Like, he's supposed to be very, average and sort of everybody overlooks him. I thought they would play to that more in the show. Like, he's standing in the gym, and they're saying, oh, no, wait for the gym leader to get here. And he's like, oh, no, I'm right here. And they're like, no, we're waiting for the gym leader.
Yeah,
something like that.
That's probably. Unfortunately, they already know him because of the big Elite Four battles.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, that's how the episode ends, is Dot mysteriously staring off into the distance of the door that Larry walked through. To be continued. Weird ending, I guess. Sure. But overall, a great episode. Before we discuss the episode, Geese Peep, let's please hear all about Frito's Seminar of the Week with Kingambit and his little poniard little army.
Today's Pokemon is Kingambit, the Glaive Pokemon. It is a pack-leading Pokemon that commands a massive army into battle. Do you know how it has its army fight? Is it A, brute force, B, mind games, or C, surprise attack?
B, mind games. No, it's brute force.
No, it's a himbo. Brute force. Though it commands massive army, it doesn't have aptitude for complex strategy. It uses brute force in overwhelming numbers to push forward. And then we get a really, I would say, lame animation of... I just wasn't impressed by it.
I believe I wrote sick animation in my notes, but go ahead, Geese.
Kingambit facing Captain Pikachu, samurai style, wind blowing in the grass, and then Kingambit commands a army of poniards.
I wish the army of poniards had come up at any point, other than him sitting alone in the back of the restaurant making udon. Like he had a little crew working for him.
He's a domesticated Pokemon working at a restaurant. Kingambit is commanding an army of poniards out on the battlefields, not in the restaurant. This episode was fantastic, so cute, so fun. If you're getting me laughing that hard, and again, I know we say this from time to time, and you can take it, Pokemon, as an insult if you want, but when I'm doing a hearty laugh that is worthy of highbrow television, like,
yes,
this is a children's Pokemon cartoon, right? When you slam open the door and the man goes, ah! It's a 9, it's a 9, 7, 9, 8. It's too good. It's too good.
It was way too good. It actually, in the first 5 minutes, I was thinking maybe I should suggest that we start grading filler on its own, because this is so good. It's a 10 out of 10 for filler.
Is that your score, Taylor? 10 out of 10?
I don't know. That's a really hard. I can't give an episode a 10.
I'll go 9.75. Incredible episode. Laughs, cutes, fun, delicious,
so funny.
Fuecoco eaten. There's nothing more you could ask for. I mean, I guess you could ask for more lore, but we had so much lore last week that I feel like we had our fill.
Yeah.
And we're good. We're good on lore.
The only issue that I had was, although the start of the battle was absolutely hilarious, during the battle kind of lost me. I didn't care what was going on because the rest of the episode was so fun.
Nah, it's fine. 9.75. Geese, what's your score for the episode? How did you feel about the episode?
I also thought it was very funny. I enjoyed watching it a lot. I'm going to say 9.5.
Nice.
I'm going to go nice, solid 9.4, I think.
9.4? It's so low for a good episode.
I mean, it's an incredible episode, but it didn't further the plot at all.
That's fine. They need a break.
I'm just glad they didn't do the very quick into the battle like they did with the basics test, where it's one episode each, except for Liko. So I'm glad that we had some time,
Oh, right. As opposed to jumping straight into the Larry battle.
That's a good point, Geese. I hadn't contextualized it that way. 9.6.
Geese, did you see next time on Pokes what Pokemon's going to be next week?
No, I didn't. I don't like to spoil it.
I'll give you a hint, Geese.
No, she doesn't. She said
no hints?
She said she wants no spoilers.
Oh, I was going to give you a hint.
No, I'm going to hint anyway. I want to see if I can guess it.
Okay.
It's a Pokemon you like.
I tagged you in a group chat regarding a perfect roll I got of this Pokemon.
A group chat, you say? A lot of people tag me in group chats.
Okay, Geese Peep,
That's neat.
What? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you got
great episode, everybody. Wow, what a time. And I'm looking forward to next week because I bet Geese will love the cameo Pokemon that we will see.
Mm-hmm.
Because she loves that Pokemon.
It's a great Pokemon. You love it, Geese.
Guys,
I got 100% roll. I don't know if you heard.
Guys, it's time to move on to the wrap-up. Geese Pete, please take it away.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Like and comment so more people see us. Thank you. And thank you to Keith for artwork. You can find him at twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Shouts out to Taylor.
Professor Boilerplate.
For the website, and you can follow him on twitch.tv/prof_ticklebits. Thank you to all our supporters. You can click a link on the main podcast feed or on looklistencast.com. You'll see a way to support us. Thank you so much. Also, please recommend this podcast to your friends and family because you'll have a great time. You would only imagine. And it can be anybody. Even 5- and 6-year-olds, unlike Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep. I was going to say, instead of going to see Deadpool and Wolverine with your young children, show them this podcast.
Yeah, show them. And then please send your questions to looklistencast@gmail.com because Geese loves answering a good question. Now for our timely question of the week, inspired by Geese's watching of the Olympics, what is your favorite Olympic sport to watch? Geese Pete, please ask Taylor what his favorite Olympic sport is to watch.
What's your favorite Olympic?
Oh, good question. 2008 was really good. That was a really good Olympics. 2016 was pretty cool. I wanted
your sport.
Oh, my favorite sport at the Olympics. Okay, I see. Swimming. I love watching swimming.
Remember Michael Phelps?
Who's that? Yeah.
He's from America.
Yeah, he is American. He is America.
You're going to tell me Michael Phelps is from America, and you're going to tell me that Flaming Lips is from Oklahoma.
Not only that.
He still has a record at my pool from when he was like 8 and broke the record for 9-year-old boys butterfly.
That's so sick.
And they gave him a plaque on the wall.
We just have we have a scoreboard at the pool, and he's still on there.
The last time I was at the UT pool, I think he still had a record there.
They called him Mickey P back then. Mikey P.
He was incredible. He was so, obviously ridiculously fast, but that I like watching more. So I haven't swam competitively in years, right? I stopped when I got into college, and I started playing water polo a lot, but it's such a shame because water polo, not fun to watch. It's really not fun to watch. Swimming, incredibly fun to watch.
And yet Taylor's always inviting people to watch him play water polo. So
it's true. Sometimes you get hype.
Yeah.
Oh, not really. It's tough.
It's just Geese people. Look at me. It's just 3 hours of Taylor going like this. And by audio listeners,
flailing arms like this.
I
Geese.
watch
like this.
I watched the
Geese. I watched
the U.S.
Geese?
women's. I'm gonna. If I could punch you in the face, I really would. I watched the U.S. women's play water polo against Greece, and they won, and I found it entertaining.
The last time I was in Los Angeles and went to a water polo practice, we scrimmaged against that team.
Taylor's always playing co-ed water polo.
Mm-hmm. Nowadays. Actually, fun fact, Geese, I wanted to go to the Olympics in 2016, but I had a really bad arm injury, and I also probably wouldn't have made the team, but who knows?
Why wouldn't you have?
So the goalie that I was going up against was just so much better than me. His name was Merrill Moses. He was
goalie?
he was so good. He was just so good. It was ridiculous watching him play.
The most I ever heard about the Olympics was when we were at Space Center Houston. It seemed like Ryan was always talking about the Olympics and everybody else as well. What year would that have been? What Olympics?
2008. Yeah.
What's your favorite sport?
Huh?
What's your favorite sport, Michael?
Sports. I guess I've had more fun watching baseball than anything. And it is a dream of mine to watch baseball in Japan. That would be so
Me too.
Sick.
Oh, that would be so sick.
They literally have idols that go walk around the stands selling things, and the Japanese people have their own favorite girl, and they only buy from her. It's very funny.
Oh, what if you're not sitting in the right section?
Then you track her down. So, yeah, my answer is that. So, let's go Olympics baseball. Did they have Olympics baseball? Geese, did they have Olympics baseball?
They got rid of it.
Darn.
After 2008, didn't they?
Too many idols.
After what, Geese?
I thought they got rid of it after 2008.
Ah, man, too bad.
Because the Japanese and the Americans were too dominant.
Yeah, poor guys. Speaking of which, I believe we were talking about this earlier. I found amusing the Japanese team finally getting into qualifying for the Olympics the real way, all because an American naturalized, and you get one naturalized citizen per Olympic team. So an American came over. He's like, all right, boys. Mina-san, let's go. Gambare show. Let's score some points.
The U.S., the women's Japan team at basketball, they're actually really good. They got silver last Olympics.
Wow, they're the team to beat, almost.
And
well, the U.S. did beat them today in a preliminary round.
It's actually really funny because the what happened with Japan that you were just talking about is exactly what happened in Turkish volleyball. There was somebody who, like, the U.S. didn't want to give this girl citizenship or let her play, some nonsense. I can't remember where she's from, but she went over to Turkey, and the president there was like, "Oh yeah, play for us, please. Yeah, Turkish citizen, sure. Here
you go. Here's your passport. That's how it works.
Here you go. Yeah. How much swag do you want?"
And that, concludes our question of the week about what's your favorite Olympic sport. Thank you all for listening and watching. Geese Peep is going to say goodbye to you 3 times. The rest of us are going to say goodbye once. So goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's our first goodbye.
Goodbye.
Third one's the best.
Goodbye.
That's my favorite one for sure.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.